Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Hot.
What a lovely day!
Welcome back everybody to another Favorite Friday video, and happy birthday to Jason Biggs, and that's why we're talking about American Pie for my Favorite Friday. American Pie was released in 1999, and I didn't get to watch this movie until I was in about 7th, 8th grade, which was about 2005. And I have some very fond memories of watching American Pie and the whole American Pie series, American Pie 2, Wedding, Band Camp, Naked Mile, Beta House, Book of Love. I remember watching all the straight-to-DVD movies when they were released. We'll talk more about those at another time, but let's talk about the very first one, American Pie. This is a simple movie of 4 friends who want to lose their virginity before prom. There you have it. Let's talk about this movie. What I really enjoyed about American Pie on the first viewing and many viewings down the road all in one summer is that all of the characters are different. There's some shy ones, there's some very outgoing ones, there's some mild-mannered characters also. And it makes the journey of them trying to lose their virginity and how they go about it very interesting, because this movie is non-stop hilarious. I laugh so much in this film, and I laugh at each one of these characters. Each one of these characters is sensitive at certain times, and they're outgoing, and they're true to themselves, and it's just fun to watch each one of these characters act a different way, but they all want to have the same end goal. And it's fun to see the ones that you may think wouldn't get to that end goal, and you expect some of them to get to that end goal, and it's fun to watch them kind of like compete to see who can do it first. Definitely my favorite character is Stifler. I think that he was so ridiculously stupid, and it just added for some gut-busting moments. What I also like about this film is that it shows high schoolers in a really typical way. Certain high schooler movies nowadays, they're just focused on violence, and there's a lot of violence in high school and people beating each other up or shooting up schools and just doing downright disgusting things to each other. But also those kids, like the people from American Pie, are just very typical and want nothing but to lose their virginity. And I just like how it showed them in like a typical way. Usually I don't like things where they're like typical and you're like, that's just the same thing over and over again. But it showed that in a realistic way and just had fun with it. This movie is also very sincere. It's very sensitive. It's interesting to watch the characters that are manly and macho, and they do have a sensitive side. And that just also shows how realistic this movie can be. There are moments I loved watching over and over again when I was in middle school, and those moments do shine in here as well. But really what holds this movie together and all the ingredients that come together to make this one awesome pie movie is that the characters are great, they're terrifically written, they're very sensitive, and they're very fun to watch and get to that end goal. They're typical high schoolers. They're just high schoolers that focus on one thing, and they just do whatever they can to do that. And it's fun to watch the journey of these 4 friends, and you honestly feel like they are friends. They do have great chemistry. The whole cast, supporting cast, fathers, parents, all of them are really great in this movie. So overall, there's a lot of things in this movie that do work, and it is hilarious. It's a good story, and it is a fun time to watch. And it is one of the first films that I wasn't allowed to watch like in elementary school, and then my mom eased up and said you can watch it, and I did watch it. It was one of those first films, and it has a special place in my heart for obvious reasons, but it is also a really good movie besides all those special moments I watched as a kid. So I'm gonna go ahead and give American Pie an A. I really liked the second one. Wedding was a lot of fun, and then I remember getting Band Camp on DVD for Christmas one year, and then A Naked Mile, and Beta House I don't remember too much of, and Book of Love I don't think I've seen in its entirety. And then American Reunion, that was okay. Thank you guys for watching my review for American Pie, and happy birthday to Jason Biggs, who is the main star in this movie. Thought it was appropriate to review one of my favorite movies of his, one of the movies that really brought him to just a spotlight. And he didn't really do too much after that. I remember saving Silverman, and he's in Orange is the New Black occasionally, but this was his movie, the biggest series that he was ever in. So happy birthday to you, dude. Hope you enjoyed your birthday. This is Justin Watches Movies. Hope everybody liked this favorite Friday for American Pie. If you guys liked the movie, comment down below with your thoughts, and what is your favorite American Pie in the whole entire franchise, the series. This is Just Watching Movies, and you stay classy, YouTube.